Hello, this is Ty playing Magic Arena Standard Event. Today we are going to play a very spicy deck. It's a Sultai good cards. Basically, it's a Sultai color and we just jam in a lot of good cards in it and give our opponent a lot of trouble dealing with all our threats. Now, it's very close to the release of next set Crimson Vow, which is coming out November 11th, 2 weeks from today. So most people are not really playing, or at least not inventing new decks. But I was like, well, it's the end of the meta, because once a new set came out, there are going to be new metas, and there's going to be new decks, new mechanic, all that stuff. So why not just give it a last try on a deck that I've been working on for a while. Well, I've been working on different variation of it, but I eventually come down to I just want to have a very fun standard, like a standard event with a lot of fun cards. So we have a lot of singletons, and this is kind of like a Superfriends deck. So let's take a look at what we got today. So we're playing three color, green, blue, and black, Sultai color. So because of that, we do need some ramps. So what are we ramping? We have 3 emergent sequence. This is not a hard ramp. Like it does find a land and put into play, but because it's a creature, so any kind of creature removal can get rid of that land, which happens quite often. However, if they are an aggro deck, or if they don't have a removal at a time, then we got this temporary extra manas where we can just expand and then our opponent cannot catch up. Emergent Sequence is a very good card in that sense. 2 drop, we don't have Rampant Growth, so this is probably the best thing we can get at the moment. We have 2 field trips, so this basically help us ramp up to 5, which is a very crucial number for us. And 2 Celestus, this also help us to ramp to 5 at 1 mana of any color, and then help us filter cards. We can change day, change nights. So if our card, for example, if we have those like board wipe and removals, but we're playing against control deck, now Celestus can help us discard those cards. And we also have 3 Binding of the Old Gods. It serves both as a ramp and a removal, and it's a very good card if you're playing in this color. And it's one of the most important card, and the Sultai control back in pre-rotation, what is the set? D&D? Is D&D the no, Innistrad, before the Innistrad rotation. Okay, so we have 2 board wipe, we have Blood on the Snow, and 2 the Mihu Massacres, because we don't have very small creatures except the Emergent Sequence. So if our opponent decides to go very wide and start expanding, Mihu Massacre can start taking out their creature early on, and Blood on Snow, a great card late game where we can also bring back a couple maybe Planeswalkers back into the game. Now this is our random piles, just like cards that I think are very interesting, like should be good in the meta nowadays. We have 3 Duress. This is a new card. This is Turn to Earth is, I don't know how to describe it. Originally I was thinking about 2 Devious Cover Up to counter loop. However, Turn to Earth also have this loop effect, although there's not a lot of milling going on, but this card shuffle back like 3 cards back in your library, and whenever our threats got removed or died, we can bring them back, a chance to draw them again, right? Also, you can put away the flashback cards from your opponents. For example, if they have the Deluge, then you can shuffle them back so they cannot flash it back when they have 7 mana. So it does have some utilities, and I was kind of skeptical when I first put it in, but I was like, after playing a few rounds with it, I think this is actually a very good card. The gain 2 life is relevant, so if you're playing against a hyper aggressive deck, you're able to gain 4 life with just 3 mana. So it's pretty good. Divide by Zero, one of the best card right now, I think, for mono blue. Actually, it's not like the best card, but the most important card for any kind of blue-based deck, right? Get around, cannot be countered, and then it has this ability to fetch awesome lesson cards. It does everything. 2-hour Epiphany, I mean, it's one of the best cards right now. Like, this is not this, you see it everywhere, and later on you can see that we have so much Planeswalker. Taking 1 extra turn is so productive for us later on in the game. We have 2 Isika Chariots because we are going to create a lot of tokens and not just 2/2 green cat tokens. I'm talking about giant tree folk tokens. We're talking about Mordenkaine's dog illusion tokens, and we're talking about what's his face, Serpent tokens, right? It's crazy how many tokens we have, and we're able to copy them. And also we have the Lolth token, so we have a lot of different variety of tokens we can copy. If we need to, we still have the bird tokens. So Isika Chariot is just a fabulous card that just fits so well in this deck. Our sideboard is very simple: 2 Environmental Science, Teaching Archaic, Continuing Breach. Actually, it's not simple, but because we have 3 color, we have a lot of choices to go to. Sometimes I do want the second teaching, but I do feel like with 3 color, Environmental Science might be important because we have so many double blue, double black, double green. So in case that we're still missing a color, we can go fetch it. So we briefly touch on what we're doing. We're doing a super friend, right? With just 1 each. Tibbolt, Cosmic Imposter. We splash just 1 Highland Forest in case we need to cast this. Kind of just like good old days Sultai control ramp, right? So 1 Jace, Mirror Mage. This card is not as bad as people think, and I tried to play this card. It's just not good in multiples, but by itself is not that bad. Lolth is one of the better 5-drop Planeswalker nowadays for mono black. It defends itself very, very well, and people will try to kill this as soon as possible. That means you save a bunch of life doing so it's a great card to have. Wrenn and Seven. Usually this card come in, create a gigantic tree folk token, and then and they just try to kill it, right? And if they don't, you +1, then you -3. You basically get 2 giant tree folk at 5 mana, which is perfect. It is a great card. Mordenkainen, wonderful cards. Card draws, like big win condition. This card does everything by itself. The only thing is costs 6 mana, so it's a little bit harder to put into play. At the same time, it's if you don't have much thing to protect it, you can lose it very fast. However, your opponent gonna spend a lot of resource try to kill this. And Professor Onyx has always been there for us. Lastly, Koma, Serpent. This guy wins so many control matchups for me. They just can't deal with it. They can bounce it with Divide by Zero a couple turns, but the body, like 6 body, they do not have an instant speed removal. Black is not a very highly played color right now. So for red deck, like blue-red is a deck, they have almost nothing to deal with it other than just keep bouncing it. So this card win a lot of game for us. Now I recently modified this deck. So right now the win rate is 66.7. And we can see that the control matchups are okay. We lose to mono green a couple times, but we came back. Mono white is easy. We don't have too much stat right now, but hopefully we can get a pretty good game going. I think this is gonna be my last standard event before the rotation, so let's hope this is a good one. Let's go. Oh yeah, and it's funny because when I was building a deck, I forgot to put in snow cover lands, so my Blood on the Snow does nothing but just wipe the board, which is fine, but I've totally forgot, like, what is my snow payoff? I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, so our hand, we have a Duress. Divide by 0. This is not a fast hand. However, if our opponent is playing mid-ranger control, this might be okay. But this died to aggro deck so easily though. It's okay, let's keep it and just see how it goes. Okay, so look like aggro deck. Is it important to Duress turn 1? I guess. Like, the thing is, we're still not sure what they're playing, so able to get rid of something early on might be good. So, Sedgemoor Witch. So they're playing this type of deck. Vanishing Verse is good against us. Memory Deluge might be very important for him early on. So I think I will actually get rid of Memory Deluge first. Because Vanishing Verse won't able to hit anything until like turn 6. So I want to stop them earlier. So they are going to cast a Sedgemoor Witch next turn. We don't have a way to deal with it right away. And they choose not to play it right away. Huh. I was tapped out. I don't know what they're thinking, but let's hide out Stir Color a little bit longer here. Now if they're gonna cast it, I'm definitely gonna divide by 0. They should have dropped it last turn. I will be having a tough time dealing with it. And then I can draw extra cards. Perfect. You see, you got Chariot, huh? So if we play Chariot, if he draw a land, he can do both. And that wouldn't be too good for us, but at least Chariot has can create 2 tokens. So I don't know. Let's drop the green anyways, and let's just draw cards, I guess. Actually, let's play Chariot. So even if they do that, I still have two tokens that can block the witch if he chooses to attack. And then if he didn't draw land, then he probably just going to Vanishing Verse this. So he need to untap land in order to do that. He wants Sedgewood which be protected by the Malakir Rebirth. So I think that's why. Okay. Yeah, we don't have that much removal. Sorry. But he didn't know. Whenever people see black, blue-black deck, there's tons of removals. Okay, we got our red, which can confuse our opponent even more. Now we're going to attack, because we cannot block a menace, so if he attack, we can't do anything anyways. Might as well. Does he want to block and Malakir Rebirth it? That seems kind of weird, though. You're like losing 2 life for no reason, down a card. I'd rather just put it down as a land, though. He missed a land drop, so I don't know. If you liked doing that, that's fine by me. Now, if you don't Vanishing Verse right now, I can create a token. What do I do here? I can do so many things. Ooh, that's even better. So, blue-black. So, blue is fine. So, let's discard that instead. I like Mordenkainen a little bit better. And then, in that case, we can still play Highland Forest. So, let's do this instead. Now, this is a good Vanishing Verse target. But I'm going to be able to create our Tree Folk first. He might exile our token, and that'll be fine. And then we are not going to attack. because we can choose to activate chariots. If we choose to activate chariot right now, I don't know. I do feel like leaving it like this might be better. There's 3 things that he need to vanish. He need to vanish in verse 4. Let him make this decision. Okay, this is probably the best play, because he did it on my turn. Yeah. Okay, so next turn we can create a dog token, activate our Secret Chariot attack, and make another dog token. And but however, the Sedge Witch might still kill us. Might still kill our Planeswalker, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's see how this game goes. He did just draw tons of cards, though. That's unfortunate. A Mihu Massacre gonna be so good right now if we can top deck it. Alright, we got Valki. I wish I had those Planeswalker in play before I outrun Epiphany. But I can also just outrun Epiphany to have 2 blockers. And then start casting my Mordenkainen and all that stuff. It's a little bit hard to say. Let's put this as a swamp. 3, 2. Mordenkainen token. Yeah, let's try to gain extra turn first. See if he have negate or anything. We can also try to look at their hand. If we know their hand, we can probably plan better. But we have the mana to play it. Planeswalker side, so okay, another Planeswalker, eh? Okay, so I guess we are going to Mordenkainen. -2. Crew the chariot. And get another Dogo. Unless he killed our Secret Chariot. I guess that's fine. Okay. So, assuming they do not have another removal, they will need to attack everything to Mordenkainen in order to kill it. And then we can double block the witch and get rid of it once and for all. It's getting quite annoying. We really need a board wipe now. Okay, he did. Is it beginning or okay, beginning. Alright. Okay, let's exile that. That seems like... But we can cast it. Damn it. But we can cast it later. What do we do here? You're gonna become bigger. So let's actually just exile this, I guess. Because we can cast it next turn. And then, yeah, we're gonna get tokens. So, we're good. But we're gonna lose ability. It's complicated. I mean, I'm not like dominating this game, but I'm having a lot of fun, right? Because we're playing so many weird powerful cards, and our opponent is playing a semi-established tier 2 deck, I guess. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Like, it's good. The game is good. We're making hard decisions that we're basically throwing away big Planeswalker for slight advantages. But our opponent is digging hard for answers, so. So next turn, I think our best play is Secret Chariot and a kicked Jace. And if we're going to do that, we're probably going to kick Jace first. And then, guess what? A Secret Chariot can actually copy the Jace token. Have you ever seen that happen? This is going to be so awesome. Because it's not legendary, we can keep copying it. What? Let's decline. We don't need that. So, okay, we got a Blood on Snow. We have 1, 2. We only have 2, so when this creature attacks, deal 3 damage to each opponent. That's fine. That's not a big deal. So let's count our mana. 5 and 4. Okay, we can definitely do that. Let's scry. This one's on top, right? So we do like this. Then we can draw the land and divide by 0. And let's play this. Pass turn. And we can use 1 to block because our puppet stitchers can also crew out a Secret Chariot. And I think after we create another token, I can Blood on Snow. This is gonna be so much fun. And we can get our Mordenkainen. Actually, no, we do not. Once again, we only have 3, so we might need to get rid of Archmage though. It might draw too much card for him. Scry. We want land. We don't need turn to earth. Land is fine. Okay, let's crew, right? So let's play a Puppet Stitcher. And let's crew this with that and that. I wonder if I get a token, does it come and play with how many loyalty counter? I've never done this before, so I don't know. Oh, 1, okay. I don't need any of those. You can kill 2 creatures. Do I want him to kill creatures? Actually, let's just Blood on Snow, I guess. 3. We can get a Valki back. Oh, 4? We have 4? I didn't even know that. Oh, yeah, 2 lands. Okay, cool. So I think we're winning this one with 3 Jays on board. Main turn Deluge. I cannot counter it. I can counter a second one. this is also a very interesting deck I'm playing against. We both have 4 color. It's kind of crazy. What we can do is we can divide by 0 our Valki and cast it for the other side. Okay. Let's make sure we just draw 1 important card. What's up? Mamima. Sashimi. So we can get our Duress here. So we finally get to take a look at their hand and see what they're trying to do here. They probably got 2 very good cards. Mirror Deluge, Flashback, probably gonna get you very good, like perfect. This is what we are waiting for. And then we can get a Confront the Past, because that can get us any Planeswalker. We cannot get the Sedgewood Witch, but that's fine. But we can become it. Do I want to become it? 1, 2. Or I can just Tybalt it. Ooh, Deserted Beach. We have 5 color now. We have every color we need. And now Confronting a Past is going to bring us the Mordenkainen back, and we are going to have a party. It's going to be so much fun here. Look at this crazy board. And I think my opponent's not conceding. Well, I guess he did. I don't know. I mean, this is getting kind of silly. What kind of deck is this? I don't know. I think I see this kind of deck a few times recently. I just call it token, I guess. Alright, let's go to game 2. That was a very long game 1, but I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun in that game. And especially like late in season, it's cool to just play the deck that you had the most fun playing. Because today is November 1st, so everything resetted. And everybody's waiting for a new set. So just try to have fun. There's no stress that you need to get to a certain like tier rank or whatever. Just if you're having fun, have fun. A lot of people actually take these times off because it get like for a lot of people, they're so excited for new sets. They can't wait for it. They just feel like playing this is getting boring in a sense. I have those feelings sometimes when I got like exhausted playing the same cards over and over again. Alright, so we are missing a land. That's unfortunate. But we get to peek at what they have. Mono Green tend to have some pretty good creatures. That's good. I like this. Let me have it. Now they're playing 3 colors. Why are people playing all those colors? What? For real? Okay, sure, man. I need land. Give me a land. Give me a land. I can do so well. Celestis. And I can play into Binding. Okay, that did not happen. Now I'm gonna take 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna take 4. But my opponent only have 3 cards. So we're not like under tons of pressure. Like it's only a 5-turn clock, right? So it's fine. Now if we cannot if we did not draw a land next turn, we need to main turn the turn the earth. Otherwise, it's gonna flip, and they're gonna deal a lot more damage. We have 27 land, so drawing land shouldn't be a problem for us, but I guess it did. If they draw a creature, we're taking more damage. Let's hope they don't. They got a lot of land though. If they want, they can have 7 lands. 7 mana. How come they didn't play the Kazandu though? I feel like they should have played the Kazandu and make it haste. Oh well. We're fortunate that regular Stormseeker are not flipping until end of this turn. So that keeps us alive for a few turns, I guess. So now we have that. So if we get rid of that, they miss a land drop. We're still alive. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing we can do here. Missing 2 land drops is kind of brutal. I kind of just keep without actually checking what my opening hands are. Alright, so too bad that we lost this one, but this one is more of I don't know, Teamer Zoo. Alright, that's a quick turn, quick game 2. So we're 1-1. We had a great hand that we just couldn't ramp. I think if we don't miss turn 3 land and we're able to cast Listus, that is going to be an awesome game over there. PH Mr. Bad. PH Mr. Bad. Okay, so we have 3 lands. We are missing Swamp. But Divide by 0 can get us Science. So we are doing okay here for now. Okay, we got our Swamp. The reason why I only run a single mana land is because the other ones cost a lot more mana. And the Hydra land, the green one, doesn't really have much utility, but Highville Eye Tyrant does. So that's why I choose Highville Eye Tyrant rather than the other 2. The Giant of Stormhawk costs way too much. Now let's get a black source. Are there a burn deck? What did they hit me with? Improvised weaponry? It's kind of weird card to play in standard. Now we have a lot of options. If they kill our swamp, our blue-green swamp, if they kill that, we can cast the Secret Chariot. If they keep that alive, we can cast Lolth. They're both excellent card to cast. They're getting a lot of mana. It's getting scary. This might be the deck that tried to deal like 20 damage a turn. So we have no blue source yet. So let's put this blue. In that case, let's create more creature to put pressure on our opponents.
You could have such power.
Yes. This color is so confusing because the outline make me think that it's blue-green, but you have to read that it's actually a swamp. Okay. That's a good card to have against me. It's okay. We still have a lot of firepower in our arsenal. Swamp. They only have 3 cards. They have 7 mana, up to 7 mana here. Seize the spoil. How much mana are they trying to get up to? This is weird. The only thing I can think of is the triple X spell, the red mythic from Strixhaven set. But that costs like 14 mana if you want to. 15 mana, I think. If you want to deal 20 damage to opponents. We're 1 mana short of Koma. We need a blue for that. And let's activate. If you want to kill it, now's your chance. I can also see, oh, okay, so he's doing that. Okay, so in this sense, let's bounce this one. That just makes him sack a discard card for no reason. Let's do environmental science so we can guarantee casting Koma next turn. And we can get a green source. Alright, so what you got? Is that a magic deck box? That's kind of interesting art. I think I mentioned that before, but yeah, that's definitely a magic box, a magic deck box. Okay, opponent decided to give up. Maybe he dropped too much land. This is a rare mono red that we're facing against. Although this is not the mono red I had in mind when I created this category. I'm thinking more about goblins or those like fast vampires, haste vampires kind of deck. Not exactly the super rampy, a lot of land, doesn't do much kind of mono red though. Or opponent is missing islands the entire time. Okay, so our hand is actually very, very good. Now the question is, do we want to Duress turn 1? Make this a black source. We can green. I think we can. So let's just start with the Duress. So we know what our opponent's playing and we can... fuck. Okay, so they're playing mono white. We hit nothing. And this is a matchup that we definitely need to hit one of our board wipe in order to win. So let's hope that we do that. Like a Binding of Old God gonna slow him down for a turn or 2, but that's it. It's not gonna be enough. So we need board wipes. We need board wipes fast. Good thing that our field trip can fetch us a can help us draw 2 cards, I guess. Ooh, that can eat some damage. Do I want that? Nah, let's ramp. And let's get our teaching. Another card I can get is create 2 1/1 tokens. That might actually buy us more time, but I do feel like getting a 4 wipe is a lot more important right now. Also, I think next turn we should do a Binding Old God plus Duress in case they draw something, some non-land cards that can kill us. So Minor Familiar probably the one that we really want to deal with. So let's Duress first. Probably hit nothing. Yeah, figured. And get that. So we're gonna take 5. Now we're actually doing a little bit better now. We have Divide by 0. That can bounce a creature. The Faceless Haven though. That's gonna put us on 2-turn clock though. Well, if it decides to do that's perfect. That give us 1 extra turn. Okay, that will give us some turns too. It's also help us bring back cards that's going to be exiled. So we have all the colors. So let's bring in our blue. Our red. Let's see, what do we do here? Okay, so we are going to bounce the Sun Gold Sentinel. Turn the Earth. I still don't think that's gonna be enough, but let's try it. We need a board wipe. A board wipe would be nice. But we still have to deal with the Faceless Haven. Ah, man, there's so much stuff going on. Sure, man. It's not hexproof, right? Hexproof. Get hexproof from that color until end of turn. What? It does gain hexproof. Alright, whatever, man. You got it. I mean, you're going to do that. I am going to let that resolve, which trigger my Divide by 0 to go to graveyard that I can return back to my deck. And I'm at 10. Okay, so if I top deck a Miku Massacre, I can live through this turn, and then I need to find a solution for the Faceless Haven. I seem like too much work. I don't think I can win this one, but it's okay. Okay, another Divide by 0. What does that do? Well, first of all, I can bounce this. Give myself Environmental Science. Get ourselves a land, and I can gain 2 more life. Not quite enough. Okay, cool. Next game. So mono white. So we lost to mono white on this matchup. Basically, turn 1 Duress. See that I already know it's gonna be a very tough matchup. If we are able to get one thing from them, make them down to 6 card. That would be so much better. Even if it's something that's not really relevant, it just means that we started with 6 and 6 rather than I have 6 card, my opponent has 7, drawing the 8. Todd. Alright, our opponent go first. This is another turn 1 Duress hand. We have Emergence, Sequence. On turn 2, which Binding Old God. I think this is good. This is good. If we're lucky enough, we can Valki on turn 5, the Planeswalker side. No turn 1 play for white. That's kind of interesting. See, so that's basically the same thing, right? So I got a portable hole that I don't think is really that important. But at least I got something. This one gonna get a blue source. And they are likely going to play a Spellbinder. And see what they got. We have a play either way next turn. We can either play Binding Old Gods or Celestis. Both of them will help us ramp. And if we don't miss a land drop, if we get one more land, we can play Professor Onyx on turn 4. Okay, you get rid of that. That's interesting. Ooh, Mihuk Massacre. That is spicy. That is actually something I want to see. Celestis. Yeah. So in this case, my opponent is likely gonna play both of his card out. That we can just Mihu Massacre the entire team away. So Lumnarch, check. Co-spell, yes. 3/3 and flyer, perfect. If he put both on Clearing Spirits, then he'll be able to dodge this, but he did not. That's good for us. I mean, if we're gonna do 3, we should have attack first. But it's okay. Now he have 1 card left. So this is the kind of game that just if we have a board wipe, it's very hard to lose to mono white. Two, 3, 5, 6. If we draw a land, we can play Valki. If not, we can just cast it next turn. No biggie. I could have also just filter, but I like both of the cards, so I choose not to. Now I'm going to bounce my own binding. That's help us get rid of another thing. So let's just do that in case we get to draw. Yeah, it's so much fun when the deck is start to roll. Just like so many synergies that you don't see that often. Now, did we play a land already? We did. Okay. So I don't know what our opponent can do here, unless he have like devastating mastery. Otherwise, I don't see a way for him to get out of this situation. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that coming, but that's kind of cool. We're gonna take this action because our Teacher of Archaic don't seem to be able to do anything now. This is so awesome. Random super friend popping up left and right. I like this. Okay, opponent just conceded. which is the right thing to do. There's no way to come back from there. Next game. Oh yeah, I predict. I forgot to predict, but I think this deck is good to get at least 4 or 5 wins. Anything more than that, we have to run very luckily. We have to run extremely lucky to do that. 3. So we have 3 games now. So I think we can at least win 1 more. Okay, so we do not have a blue source. That will make this hand very awkward. We basically have nothing to do, so let's mold this. This hand's a little bit better. I'll keep this. And although I really like Cosmos Serpent, well, maybe I should keep it. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's put a Forest back. Okay, so he's also trying to duress us. That's cute. I don't know why. It seems like I've been seeing Sedgemoor Witch a lot recently. Are people really trying to make that card work? Triple Sedgemoor Witch. Oh. I'll get a Forest. And next turn we can bind, oh god, the first one. And hopefully we draw land to play Wrenn. And we'll go from there. Take action, lose 3 life. Give us land. Let us get land. If I get land, do I go up or down? Maybe I should go up to draw more land. Because if we get Koma, I think we're good here. Yeah, let's get this. Green, green. We have a lot of black source, so green sounds better. So he has only 1, so he definitely cannot activate it. Let's go up. Ooh, that's a lot of lands here. So we're guaranteed our Koma next turn. I like that. Wonderful, wonderful. Inferno Grasp. Okay. You good. Okay. We can duress him. Huh. That's kind of cute. We're gonna create a token. He can kill it. I mean, I guess that's... There's nothing else I can do here. I don't want to draw more lands. So let's just let that happen here. So this, does this say token only? Man, how do I view this card? Let me view this card, please. Come on. It's not letting me. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. Destroy each non-land permanent with mono 2 or less. So my token cannot be destroyed by that. So let's get a snow islands here. Yeah. I know I cannot block those 2 creatures, but I can block the other ones. That means our opponent can see our cards. 已经被看到的牌。See. I see. So this is the vampire. Look like Castlevania. 忧郁小生，然后就是我怎么旁边都帅哥。Alright, so our opponent tried to out aggro us. So we are going to... Okay, so he killed them. That's fine. So our Komos can either tap him down or double block it. So I think that part is fine. We are not going to attack. So in case they have a spot removal, we can still double block, kill the sideboard, which... What the hell? Is he gonna... Fuck, man. This is so annoying. I cannot see stuff. Okay. If I target one, I gonna lose 3 life anyway. Alright, sure, man. Alright, that put us to 4. We can create 2 tokens next turn though, so that part is okay. So, and then we can use this to gain life. So we're still good for now. Let's play land. So we have more mana to work with. Sure, you can activate that. That's fine. And you can declare attack. We're gonna gain a life. Let's see. Yeah, let's gain a life here. We can choose not to do anything. And then just attack. And then we can gain another life. Let's take action, actually. Let's get rid of that. Sure. We can actually... I could have divided by 0. What was I doing? But it's okay. I'd rather divide by 0 other stuff. Alright, so they give up. Gogari, let's put that as token again, because that's almost the same deck, except it has less color than the previous deck. Okay, so we successfully win 4 games, although my prediction was kind of late, but I do think that we can go all the way. Like, if we have 3 really good starting hands, I think if my deck have a good starting hand, it have a good matchup against everything. There are kind of decks that even you have your best hand, you cannot beat. I don't think this deck has that kind of problem. Uchi. Okay, this is a turn 1 Duress, and Dirtle do nothing for the next 4 turn kind of deck, kind of hand. And we're on the draw. Man. Actually, whatever. Let's keep it. Let's see what's going on here. This is decent against, not against that. I'm making like a wrong decision on the keep or not keep. All right, at least we get something. And their hand is rather empty. So the best play is probably attack with Osher, create a token this turn and next turn. Actually, they won't do that. That's fine too. That means they need to be able to play 2 things. Let's see if they draw something else. No, he did not. I don't think we're winning this one. Yep. Alright, so that's it. If I mull and keep a better hand, maybe I can do something here. But it's cool. Mono white is one of the most boring deck out there to play. It's I don't know. I'm not blaming the deck, but mono white just not fun at all to play and play against, because you either just win by having a board wipe. Usually, a lot of time they cannot come back from a board wipe. Mono green you can, because you have a lot more mechanic, a lot like enchantment artifact. You have more survivability. Mono green, mono white is a glass cannon that usually just die if you got board wiped. And that's why I don't enjoy playing against mono white or playing mono white itself. So the deck is fine. We went 4-3, and our record dropped a little bit because I used to be able to win every, win 66% of the time, so it dropped a little bit. But I think that's it for this deck though, because I'm probably not going to create new decks until the new set came out. And but it is a very fun deck if you still want to get some standard event going before the next set release. I definitely suggest checking this out. And a lot of those Planeswalker only have one copy, so if you do not have a lot of tokens and you just happen to have one, this deck actually does not require that much cards. Although you do see a lot of mythic cards, you don't actually need that much. You just need one copy of. And because they're one copy of, you can just, if you, let's say you have 2 Wrenn and 0 Lolth, well, just play 2 Wrenn. So it's very flexible. You can do whatever you want in this deck. It's very fun to play. Superfriend is always fun. You feel like you're not playing alone by yourself. You actually have friends to partner with you to beat your opponent, and that's always very fun. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll answer any questions you have. And then let's hope that the next set gonna be very fun. I'm gonna start with some drafts videos, and later on I'm gonna start making standard events, standard decks. All right, bye bye.